Hi there, thanks for clicking on to this video. As Trinity Church Nottingham, we've been releasing different stories of people meeting with God over Advent to go in parallel with our Advent books. Maybe you've got one yourself. Because of government regulations, again, we've got a story this week on Zoom with Jules, and we just really hope that you enjoy this conversation. Jules, thanks so much for being with us. First question, just to start us off, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Whereabouts do you live? What do you do? Maybe a bit about your family.
Okay, I was born in the city centre in Nottingham, Peel Street Hospital, which now doesn't exist, many moons ago. I've lived in Nottingham for the first about 20 years of my life or so, and then for about the last 30 in Derbyshire, just over the border. I'm a teacher. I've taught at the same school for the last 21 years, and I'm the mother of 3 grown-up sons.
So, what was your life like before Jesus? Before meeting with Jesus? Before you sort of found your faith?
I don't think there's been a time ever when I didn't. However, it's the relationship that's changed. I think prior to 2020 and on the Alpha course, it was very much a remote sort of, not a relationship, but a concept, if you like, that had always existed, certainly from the age that I was 7, I remember that, with Baptist school, but not a relationship.
What was that transition moment like for you? So, from going from, maybe believing in God to feeling like you had a relationship with him. Talk to us a little bit about that. What happened?
It was during Alpha online that when you called for the Holy Spirit to come, and I sat waiting and not really thinking that anything would happen, but it did, and it feels like a new relationship starting. So it's quite exciting. It's brand new, like any new relationship. I feel I've got a lot to learn, and I'm just at the start of that journey. So although I've never not believed, it's not felt like it feels now.
What difference are you finding that a relationship with Jesus is making in your life? Like you say, it's a journey, but so far, what are you noticing?
A huge change. Lots of people over the last however many months have been talking about mental health issues and how it's negatively impacted, the pandemic negatively impacted on their mental health and the restrictions they've faced. And there is an absolute release in letting go of things. And certainly I was starting going on this anxiety thing and feeling more and more anxious about things, and again trying to control, and it's just a huge relief not to try that anymore. And I know a couple of people, family and a colleague, have commented on, oh, you seem different. Well, yes, I'm quite happy to tell them what the difference is. The difference is I've handed it on to somebody that can deal with these things, and that's not relinquishing responsibility, it's asking for help.
We talked a little bit, I don't we don't believe in lingering upon regrets or anything like that, but you've spoken really beautifully about that. If you one particular thing, if you did have a regret in life, and I wonder if you could just say something about that.
I think regret is a very heavy burden for anybody to carry. And I saw on social media platform today, and I'm just going to quote it to you: resentment and regret are mental prisons, free thyself. And they are such heavy things. And if I have a regret, it's that I didn't stay with what I knew, albeit in a different form to what I'm now finding as an adult. But as a child, if I'd stayed with the chapel and the church then, and not sort of come away from that path, then I think I'd feel a whole lot lighter, because I've had such a lot of soul searching to do. And again, Trinity's helped me with that, because instead of where I started at, my starting point was this really heavy load, which was just awful. It made me tearful at such a lot of the time, and it was a bitter regret. And so to hand that over as well, and to be honest with God about that, is just such a huge thing, to take that burden away.
That's amazing. Oh, Jules, thank you so much for taking some time to chat to us, and yeah, see you soon.